What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the Acolyte, but before we do get into that, remember, hit the subscribe, like, and notification bell so you're always in the know. Make sure to hit that donation button if you enjoy the channel and like what you see. That way we can always grow and do more things for the channel as the future comes with other shows. And without further ado, let's get into today's episode. So the Acolyte is here, guys, and it has been reviewed by many of the critics, and it hasn't really, well, I will say this, it's been facing a lot of backlash in a sense of being divided in the fandom. And recently, the top two or couple, I will say, from USA Today talks about how it's a series all about Jedi that is basically silly. Now we have the Acolyte, also the ratings from Metacritic, and it gives it from a general favorable, I guess, review, 67, and from the user score mixed or average, based on the 274 user ratings that they have, is a 4.1. Forbes also says that the critics must be crazy. The Acolyte is just another mediocre show, which is pretty bad to hear, guys. I mean, that's not really something you want to hear. And then Rotten Tomatoes gives it a 93 on the tomato meter, and then the average audience score, a 32. So right off the rip, you see it's kind of all over the place, but it's leaning more towards the bad. Now, if this series continues to decline, it's really not going to be a good look for Star Wars as Disney. I mean, overall, it's not good. I mean, for the season to start off so divided already, especially with the writer Leslie Headland at the forefront saying unnecessary comments that she's been doing lately with the series, and also to Amandla Stenberg, also kind of chiming in on it, doesn't really help with the fandom and some of the things that she has said, which I'm not going to talk about here because that's something you guys can look up. I don't want to cover that part. I think it's nonsense. It's stupid. You have other creators that will talk about it, but I'm not going to do that here because it's unnecessary and it's just ignorant. Now, I will say this. I didn't mind the show. I thought the first two episodes, I thought episode 1 hit the ground running. Now, I will say that seeing Master Indara die right in the beginning, I thought that was genius. I thought it was beautiful. I mean, you can't even get mad at that because think about it. Everybody who loved Andor, you have all the Andor fans. I'm not an Andor fan, but again, I give credit where credit is due. It had good writing. People liked it. I mean, you had that security guard die right in the beginning and it gave it a dark tone. And I think that that's what I appreciated from this series so far, is that they started off with a dark tone by killing a Master Jedi, or a Jedi Master, shall I say. So I really did like that a lot. My favorite character, I will have to say, is Master Soul, and I like what he brings to the table. I like his balance. I really like how he has this emotion towards Amandla Stenberg's character, Asha, which is something that we couldn't really see in the prequel trilogy because we, again, know what attachments bring. And it's a different type of Star Wars. It's not George Lucas's. We have to understand that Disney will never give us what George Lucas did with the original and the prequels. And we need to understand that now when we are going into this series. We can't be upset. I mean, you could be upset all you want, but that's not going to change the reality of George Lucas coming back and ever getting Star Wars potentially, because it just doesn't seem like that. There's rumors, there's things that go around, but the reality is Disney owns it. They have it. This is their Star Wars, and this is the version that they're giving us. And we either take it and, again, we like it, or we take it and we just don't like it, or we just sit here and talk about the things that we do and we don't like. And I will say, like I said, it's not a bad series so far. I think it has a lot of potential still. I'm curious to learn more about this dark side user, this Sith that they have at the forefront. I think I have some speculation and some theories that I'm going to talk about. But overall, guys, the series is okay so far. Like I said, I know it's been very divided, especially with the writer at the forefront, not really making things better, like I said earlier in the video. But overall, I think that if I'm going to give it an overall rating, I will give it so far a 7 or a 6.5 to 7 out of 10. I want to know your guys' ratings, your guys' thoughts on this episodes, and if you think so far the 2 episodes have bombed. For more Star Wars content like this, stick around as I have another video out tomorrow. Make sure to drop a comment in the comment section where I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's video as well.